Hello, everybody. My name is Christian M. Holtz here. I am the former 2021 Ankeny School Board candidate. And tonight, I want to speak with everyone to talk about the 1776 Pledge to save our schools. This is the most important subject that I feel needs to be covered. Anyone who violates the 1776 pledge to save our schools is not fit to run or serve in any public office for school board across the state of Iowa or in the United States. Period. Mark my words. But I will tell you this, the 1776 pledge is a pledge of allegiance to our country. If you want safe schools, if you want schools that teach our children the truth that our country is the most exceptional nation, then I encourage all candidates running for public office for any school board seat, whether for college or for public schools, K through 12, to sign this pledge. They have to. Otherwise, you can't, they should not be able to run for office, period. And I'll tell you this, these are very important things that a candidate must do. And I have it in front of me. Everyone should have this. Sorry if it's backwards, but this is the pledge. As a candidate and current office holder, I believe. Now, these are the things that you have to stand for if you plan to run. As a candidate and current office holder, I believe the United States of America is an exceptional nation whose people have always strived to form a more perfect union based upon our founding principles. That is the truth. I will tell you that. That is the truth. Because we are an exceptional nation. We are great people. We are. And I will tell you this, that any candidate running for the Ankeny School Board who believes otherwise, they can't run. They should not be able to run for office. And I know I keep repeating myself. I'm going to keep repeating myself during this live stream, but that's the truth. We are exceptional. If you don't believe that, you haven't read the Constitution of the United States. That I can tell you. Next, our founding fathers include George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, as well as leaders like Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass, and Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. were among the greatest Americans to ever live, and they deserve to be honored as heroes. That is the truth. That we have founding fathers, our founding fathers who signed the Constitution and helped write out the Constitution of the United States, are the founding fathers of this great nation, the United States of America. And that is something to be proud of. That is something to be honored and respected. In case you all didn't realize and haven't realized and seen, last summer in 2020, there were riots for Black Lives Matter. The Black Lives Matter riots were outrageous. And after that, what occurred was they started to tear down monuments. They came close to tearing down monuments like George Washington. And then what happened is President Donald J. Trump, the 45th President of the United States of America, signed a law that says anybody who attempts to do that or does it in any way, shape, or form gets up to 10 years in federal prison. Now that was harsh words, and as soon as that happened, it stopped. It started to slow down. That is what leaders do. We protect, we honor our history. We continue to write history every single day. Next, our children and grandchildren should be taught to take pride in their country, to respect our founding principles of liberty and equality, to have a sense of American history that is both truthful and inspiring. Think about it. We are all created equal. We are all created equal under God. We must respect our founding principles of liberty. We believe in liberty and justice for all humans. That is the vision I believe in. And not only that, but we treat people equally. We believe in equality for everybody. Now, there are times where that has not always been true, but as a candidate, that is something that you should stand for. Civics education should focus on the serious study of our founding documents and principles, not coerce students into engaging in extracurricular political action on behalf of contemporary policy positions. We believe that we should keep the politics outside of our classroom. We should not continue to have politics being put in our classrooms. We should not have teachers, staff members, a superintendent putting politics into our schools. That is wrong. And I'll tell you what, we have to do everything we can to prevent schools from politicizing education by prohibiting any curriculum that requires students to protest and lobby during or after school. If any candidate running in 2023 think that is okay, get yourself off the ballot immediately. That's what I have to say. Next, our young people should be taught to view one another not according to race or gender, but as individuals made in the image of God. Think about what that means for a second. That means God, the creator of heaven and earth, has created every human being on the face of the earth of God to be created equal. And that we should treat each other no matter the color of their skin, no matter their gender, their race, creed, nationality, etc., etc. We believe in teaching our children the truth. We have to teach them that we have to view one another as one family. We are one family. We're not two families. We are one family. And that's going to change in 2 years if I'm elected. I can promise you that. I believe in the 1776 pledge to save our schools, 100%. And lastly, but not least, we must teach our children. Teaching children to hate their country and each other is immoral and deeply harmful to our society and must be stopped. that is one of the most important lines. I think it's important. If you are any history teacher teaching our children to hate our schools, to hate our country, to hate democracy, to hate everything about our country, you can leave our country if you don't like our country. That is the period. I will tell you this, that we have to have an agenda where we are teaching our children in social studies classes the truth about our country. Our country is the most exceptional nation under God, and that is something worth fighting for great values for our country. Now, the pledge I'm about to sign here, in case anybody hasn't seen this yet. Now, you can go look this up, and I encourage all candidates who plan on running for school board in Ankeny or anywhere in Iowa or anywhere in the U.S., whether for college or public school, to sign this pledge. Now, if you cannot be a conservative and not sign this pledge, you can't. You can't be a Democrat and sign this pledge. Only true conservatives are the ones that are qualified to sign this pledge. I'm a Christian, I'm a conservative, and I'm a Republican in that order. So the pledge I'm about to read to you all. Therefore, I pledge to the voters of Ankeny, Iowa, that I will take concrete steps to do the following in our K through 12 schools. 1, I will restore patriotic education that cultivates in our children a profound love for our country. Number 2, I will promote curriculum that teaches that all children are created equal, have equal moral value under God, our Constitution, and the law, and are members of a national community united by our founding principles. Number 3, I will prohibit any curriculum that pits students against one another on the basis of race or sex. And lastly, I will prevent schools from politicizing education by prohibiting any curriculum that requires students to protest and lobby during or after school. I'm going to sign this right now, and as of this day, on November 27th, 2021, this comes into effect as me as a candidate running for the Ankeny School Board in 2023. Here, I'm going to put my chair. I'm just going to slide this so everyone can. All right, let's sign this. All right, perfect. As of the I know you can't see it that well, but it has become official today. I have officially, as of today, November 27th, 2021, signed the 1776 pledge to save our schools. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.